Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. So today we are here for grade 8's math. The chapter today we discuss that is a persons, and here are the list of the lessons. So the first lesson today we covered convert between the person and fractions and decimals. Compare the fractions and persons compare the persons to fraction and decimals. Find what percent one number is of another. Find what percent one number is of another word problems. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using your email and the passwords that are provided by the administrator. Select maths from the subject tab, scroll down to the grade 8. Here are the list of the chapters and scroll down to the second last chapter that is a persons. And now here are the list of the lessons. So the lesson today, first we start that is convert between the percent fractions and decimals. So, how do you write 2 by 5 as a percent? So, first of all, we make the denominator equals to 100 always, okay? So, how can we write it down? So, look at here, this is 2 by 5. So, for making this 100, what we do, we are just going to multiply and divide with some numbers. So, here we're going to multiply and divide with the same number that is 20. We just only make the denominator equals to 100. So, 20 times 2 is 20 times 2 is 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 2 is 4, that is 40. And now 20 times 5 is, so 20 times 5 is, 5 times 0 is 0, 5 times 2 is 10, that is 100. Now here, if you want to put it, because the percent mean 100, so you just want to put it 40%. This 100 can be changed into this sign, that is sign of percent sign. Okay. Now if they are saying that 55%, this is the way that we convert basically convert between percent fractions and decimals. Okay, all the numbers mixed together. Let's solve one more question related to this. Let's suppose if I'm going to write it 4 by 25. So we firstly multiply and divide with 4. 4 times 4 is 16, 25 times 4 is 100. Okay, now here is 16 over 100 and we're just gonna write it down 16%. This is the way, this is the fraction that can be changed into percent. Okay, first we're gonna solve fraction can be changed into percent. So now if the fraction can be changed into percent, you are going to solve like this way. Now here is the percent. I'm going to write it down 22%. Now how to change this percent change into first fraction and decimal. So how can we do it? 22 by 100, this becomes in the form of fraction. Now 22 by 100, the answer is 0.22. Divide it, then you get the answer. So this is decimal, that is fraction, and here is decimals. Understand, this is your percent that can be changed into fraction and decimals. This is the way that we do it. Let me just write it here, one more question, you guys tell me the answer of this. Okay, 2 by 10. First of all, change into the fraction and then change it into the percent. Oh, sorry, this is a fraction, change it into the percent and then change it into the decimal. So for that reason, first of all, we're gonna divide and multiply with the same number that the denominator becomes 100. So it is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 10 is 100. Now it becomes in the form of percent. So this is the fraction can be changed into the percent. Now this percent can be changed into decimal. So this is 22 by 100. That means 22 over 100, which is equals to 0.22. Sorry, it's 20. Okay, I just put it by mistake 22. Okay, this is 20. 20 by 100 and this is 0.20. That is in the form of decimals. Hope you guys understand this one. Let's do the next. Okay, let's do some test questions. How do you write 22 by 50 as a percentage? Let's do it. This is 22 over 50 in the form of percentage. So for percentage, first of all, we make the denominator 100. So 50 times 2 is 100. So we multiply and divide 2 with both the numbers. 22 times 2 is 44 over 50 times 2 is 100. Now this is 44%, and if it's in the form of decimal, so this is 0.44. So this is 44%, and then let's go with it. This is the right answer. Now this is, sorry, I was just checking my mic. How do you write 90% as a fraction in the simplest form? Okay, now this is 90%. What does it mean? It means that 90 over 100. This 0 should be cancelled, so the answer is 9 by 10. This is 90%, so 90% means 90 over 100. 0 cancel and 9 by 10. Let's do it. This is 9 by 10. And here is the right answer. How do you write 0.5 as a percentage? So this is 0.5 as a percentage. So first of all, we remove this 0, that becomes 10. So this is 5 by 10. Now multiply and divide with 10. So this is 10 times 5 is 50, 10 times 10 is 100. And now what it becomes, 50%. So it's on the first one. So here we go with this, and that is the right answer. How do you write 45% as a decimal? As we know that 45%, that is equals to 45 by 100, divide it and then you get the answer 0.45. Hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Now let's start the next lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions regarding the previous lesson by yourself. Okay, compare percents and percents to fraction and decimals. Which sign make the statement true? So here we solve it both the sides and then we can get the answer. We write the answer. Okay, Okay, now solve this one. Now you guys try to solve this one and then tell me. Let me just write it here. So 0.38, 0.38, and then it's 55%. So which sign make the statement true? So 0.38 divided by 100. So what it becomes? 38%. And here it becomes 55%. So 55%, you can say that a greater as compared to 0.38. Okay. Which sign make the statement true? 0.925 or 37%? 0.925 or 37%? So what it becomes, let me just write it here, 1000. Or let me just do it, not solving this one. Let me just solve the other. Okay, let's do it this one. 37 over 100. So what it becomes? 0.37. So tell me, 0.925 is greater or 0.37 is greater? 0.925. So we can say that this is greater as compared to the other. Okay. 97% or 0.1. So here is 97% or 0.1. 0.97, and this is 0.1 because 97% is 97 over 100, and then just divide is 0.97. So this is greater as compared to the 0.1. Okay, now let's start the test questions. Which sign make the statement true? 0.925 or 37%? 0.925 or 37%? Now let's do it. This is 0.925 as it is. 37 divided by 100, and this is 0.37. So 0.37. So 0.925 is greater as compared to 0.37. So this is greater. Which sign make the statement true? 82% or 80%? 82% or 80%? Now Which one is greater? So 82 is greater, as we can see that. So 82 is greater as compared to 80. Which sign make the statement true? 3 by 5 for 60%. Let's do it. Okay. Now 3 by 5 times and times. 5 times which number is 100? 20 times 5, 20. So 3 times 2 is 60 over 100. So this become 60%. And here is already 60%. So these both are equal. Okay. So these are equal. Which sign make the statement true? 32% or 8 by 25? 32% and 8 over 25. Now 32% as it is, solve this one. 8 over 25 times 4 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32, 25 times 4 is 100. So this is 32%. So these both are same, because the answer of this one is also same. When we solve it, and then in this way we're gonna finding it out. 30% or 2 by 5. Let's solve. 30% or 2 by 5. So 30 by, not solving this. This is same, okay? Solve this one. 2 by 5 times 20 times 20. That is 40 over 100. This is 40%. So here answer is 30% and here is 40%. So 40% is greater. 40% is greater. This is less. Okay, this is the way that we solve it. Now you guys try to solve this one and then tell me the answer. Sign make the statement true. 31, 39% is greater. So hope you guys understand this lesson as well. Now let's start the next lesson. So solve the rest of the test questions regarding this lesson by yourself, okay? Find what percent one number is of another. So which percent of $98 is equals to $49? The part is 49 and the whole is 98. Whole number is 98, part is 49. So and n represent the percent. So write a proportion for solve n. So we are going to write part over whole. Always we are doing part over whole n over 100. This is the way. Part is given, which is 49, whole is given, which is 98, and then n over 100. So now just cross multiply 49 times 100, 98 times n. Okay, 49 times 100 is 4900, that is equals to 98 times n. Now dividing 98 over both sides, this side should be cancelled. And what is the answer for this side? Let me just write it. That is 50. Okay, so which is 50. Let's divide 4900 over the 98. So I'm going to open 4900 divided by 98, that is 50. Understand? In this way we are going to solve. Part is given, whole is given, and then n over 100, which you are just going to multiply and then just solve it like this way. Let's do another question. Which percent of $4 is equals to 2? Part is given, which is 2, whole is given, that is 4. So what is the formula? That is part over whole, that is equals to n over 100. Part is given, which is 2, whole is given, that is 4, n over 100. Cross multiply 2 times 100, 4 times n, that is 200, that is 4n. Dividing 4 over both sides, so 200 divided by 4, which is 50. So your n is equals to 50 again. Okay, hope you guys understand this lesson, this one. Let's do the next. Let's do some test questions. All right. 59 is what percent of 59? So if there is 59 is what percent of 59? So that is cancelled, so it means that this is 100%. Okay, 59 is 100% of 59, because on which percent of 60 is equals to 36? Whole is given, which is 60. Part is given, that is 36. Part over whole, that is equals to n over 100. 36 over 60 is equals to n over 100. Cross multiply 36 times 100 n times 60. This is 3600, that is 60n. Dividing by 60 on both sides, this should be cancelled. Now 3600 divided by 60, so that is n is equals to 60. Understand? Here is we are going to cross multiply and then just the answer is 60%. So let's see. Here we go, the answer, and that is the right answer. All right, I'm going to share the screen again. It got stuck, I think so. So we're already done. Now let's do the word problems, okay? So here are the question. Let's read it firstly and then we solve it. So we're already done. Now let's do the word problem. During the second periods, Warren completed a grammar worksheet. He got 44 out of 55 questions. Okay, 44 out of 55. What percent did the Warren get correct? So 44 out of 55. 44 out of 55, and that is equals to n by 100. This is a part, that is whole, and n over 100. Now just cross multiply with each other. So this becomes 44 over 100, that is equals to 55 times n. So here it becomes 4400, that is equals to 55n, dividing both sides with 55. So here it should be cancelled, only n is left, and now here 44 divided by 55, that is 80. Okay, so n is 80. So how many? 80%. At a water park, 33 out of 44 tickets were sold. Were child tickets. What percent of the tickets were the child tickets? So 33 out of 44. Let's solve it, okay? 33 is the part, 44 is the whole. Now let's do it. Part over whole and over 100. Now your part is 33 over 44. 33 over 44 is equals to n over 100. Just cross multiply 33 times 100, 44 times n. So this becomes 33 hundreds and 44n. This should be cancelled. And now what is the answer? You're going to divide 3300 over 44. This is 75. Okay, let's see here, the answer is 75. So this is the proper way that we solve it. Part is given, whole is given. So part over whole, that is n by 100. So just putting the values in both sides. Part is this one, whole is this one. And now 33 times 100, and then this is the way n is equals to 75. At a school carnivals, 27 out of 54 tickets sold were early admission tickets. Okay, what percent of the tickets were early admission tickets? 27 out of 54 tickets, they are saying that, were sold. Okay, and these are the admission tickets. 27 out of 54. 27 is the They are saying that 27. Is it 27 out of 54? 27 is a part, 54 is a whole. So part over whole, that is equals to n by 100. Part is 27, whole is 54, that is equals to n by 100. Okay, so now 57 times 100, just a cross multiply. 27 by times 100, 54 times n. So this is 2700 and here is 54n. Now dividing on both sides over the 54, this should be cancelled. Now 2700 divided by 54. So n is equals to 50. Okay, now let's do some test questions. After a month of successful fundraising, Colton and his classmates voted on whether to donate the money they had raised to hunger relief or to environmental causes. Out of 28 votes, 21 were for hunger relief. Okay, out of 24, 28, 21 were for hunger relief. 28 and 21. Out of 28, so what is the whole? So the whole is 28. What is the part which is given? That is 21. What percentage of the votes were for hunger relief? Write your answer using a percent sign. Okay, now let's do it. So part over whole, that is equals to n by 100. Part is given which is 21, whole is given which is 28, n by 100. Now just cross multiply. 21 times 100, 28 times n. So this become 2100 and here is 28n. Now just dividing both the sides over this. So 2100 divided by 28. Its n is equals to 75%. Okay. This is the way whole is given, part is given, so we just put it, then cross multiply and then we get the answer 75%. Let's go with this and here is the right answer. Okay, now let's discuss this. In order to select the new board members, the French club held an election. 9 out of the 45 members of the French club voted in the election. What percentage of the members voted? 9 out of 45. So what is your part? That is 9. What is whole? Which is 45. Okay, so now part over whole, that is equals to n by 100. So part is 9 over 45 which is equals to n by 100, just cross multiply 9 times 100, which is equals to 45n. So this is 900 is equals to 45n, dividing over 45 both the sides. So this should be cancelled. So only n is left. So 900 divided by 45. This is 20. So n is equals to 20%. This is the proper way to do it, okay? In this way we're gonna solve it out. So now 20. Let's go with it. And here is the right answer. In hopes of encouraging healthier snacks at school, Joey brought in a tray of carrot sticks and apple slice to share. He bought 25 snacks in all. 20 of the snacks were carrot sticks. So 20 is a part and 25 is whole. So part over whole, this is 20 over 25 and that is n over 100. Let's cross multiply. 20 times 100 is equals to 25n. So this is 2000 is equals to 25n, dividing both sides with 25. So let's check 2000 dividing by 25. So this is n is equals to 80%. Let's see, is there any option for 80%? Yes, it's here. And this is also the right answer. Solve the rest of the test questions regarding this lesson as well by yourself. So today we discuss the chapter name, that is a percent, and here are the list of the lesson. First lesson is convert between percent, fractions and decimals. Compare percents to fraction and decimals. Find what percent one number is of another, and also their word problems. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudent.com. You have to log in by using the email and passwords that are provided by the administrator. So before starting the next session, you guys make sure to practice all these questions regarding all these lessons. And if you still need any help in any of the question, then you can contact tutors by using this live chat button that is available on the A Plus website. Here you put the math out, putting your name and then just send. In this way, you directly contact with the tutors by using their meet links. Okay, so for now, have a great day, you all. Bye.